And they are racing in the A final of the Schoolgirls Cox State for the Sydney Cup, currently held by Pymble Ladies College. Lane 1, Walford Anglican. Lane 2, Melbourne Girls Grammar School. Lane 3, MLC from Kew. Lane 4, Pymble Ladies. Lane 5, Geelong Grammar. Lane 6, Geelong College. Lane 7, St Catherine's Melbourne. And Lane 8, Loretto Turak.
Yeah, so St Catherine's the winners in 2016. They're on screen there in lane number 7. And they were leading this one last year to the 1500 metre mark, and when a storming finish from Pymble Ladies College ran them down in the latter stages of that one. But now just starting to move to the front as they've moved past the 500 metre mark. Geelong Grammar School on screen in the boat named after their late former coach, Debbie Klingleffer Woodford. And they lead from the Geelong College in second spot. St Catherine's, who took it out earlier, further 0.16 back. Pymble Ladies College, the defending title holders, in fourth spot. MLCQ in fifth. Loretto Turak, who won this event in 2014, they're there in sixth position. Melbourne Girls Grammar in seventh. And Walford Anglican School for Girls, who won this race only about
2017
years
was
ago.
Walford, yeah. Pymble Ladies last year, Walford the year before that, and St Catherine's the winners in 2016. So plenty of past champions here looking to score another national title. Yeah,
so Geelong Grammar looking very, very strong. They're in lane number 5. Flora McKenzie, Sophie Ward, Millie Friday, Emma Kent, Sarah McTaggart, Olivia Moore, Brooke Pithy, Maddie Atkins and Meg Watkins is the coxswain of that crew. And they're starting to move out from St Catherine's and Pymble Ladies, starting to move their way up in this field, along with their great rivals, MLCQ. Those two schools have traded national championships in this event for quite a number of years. They have a long rivalry that dates back over a decade, and certainly the heavyweights of schoolgirl rowing in Australia duking it out here as they start to make their way up to the 900 metre mark, with Geelong Grammar with the advantage. It's only a slender one though. St Catherine's only about a canvas down, and MLCQ also right there with them, and Pymble Ladies College right there with them. So Geelong College back in fifth, Loretto Turak in 6th, Melbourne Girls Grammar in 7th, and Walford with a fair bit of work to do on the far side of the course. They've lost touch with this leading group.
Speaking of great rivals, Geelong Grammar and Geelong College, they're drawn side by side, as luck would have it, 2 lanes 5 and 6. But Geelong Grammar got the best of the Geelong College at the Melbourne Head of the River last weekend, and they certainly are looking good here as well. That's the crew on lane 5 with their bow now just narrowly showing out in front, I would think, of the St Catherine's School from Melbourne.
Yeah, St Catherine's only about a seat down on Geelong Grammar, and only a further seat down is MLCQ. So this is absolutely brutal racing in the championship quarter of this one. And there's the bow number 4 of Pymble Ladies College, the defending title holders, coached by Simon Pennington and Jeff Patterson. They're in 4th spot, and then the bow of Geelong College starting to show in lane number 6. On screen then, Melbourne Girls Grammar School in lane number 2, but at the head of the field, it is the crew from Geelong Grammar, with MLCQ having a very, very strong third 500 metres. They're the crew third from the far side of the course, or third from the top of the screen. And these crews coming up to about 1450 metre mark, and very, very little separating the top 3. And it is crew from MLCQ who have had this very, very strong third 500 metres. Can Geelong Grammar come back on them? Because they've just lost about 4 seats to MLCQ.
MLCQ were the head of the schoolgirls winners from that regatta a couple of weeks ago in Geelong. Not a member of the APS MLCQ, so they don't race in the head of the river, which was won by Geelong Grammar. But the head of the schoolgirls regatta, it was MLCQ who beat home the Geelong College. And St Catherine's were third in that race. So the Victorian crews really seeming to have it to themselves in the lead at this stage anyway.
Yeah, Pymble starting to close a little bit on St Catherine's, just as they did last year. We know they've got a very, very strong last 500. I'm sure they're probably sick of having to keep using it. But they've got plenty of work ahead of them if they're going to try and get themselves up a couple of spots here. They're in 4th spot and challenging the crew from St Catherine's, and trying to creep up on the crew from Geelong Grammar. But at the head of the field, MLCQ, can anyone catch them? They are looking the goods here as they come into the last 300 metres. Of course, won this event on numerous occasions, and can they add the 2019 title to that. Pymble Ladies College finishing off very strongly. St Catherine's throwing everything at Geelong Grammar as well. And seemingly, are they racing for the minor medals? MLCQ certainly hope so. Only 200 metres left in this Schoolgirl Cox State Championship of Australia for the Sydney Cup. But it's MLC from Q that have the advantage. Pymble coming home strongly indeed on the crew from Geelong Grammar School. And St Catherine's, who were the early race leaders, could once again be missing out on what they thought they were going to get in the early stage of this one. Last year they led to about the 1600 metre mark and finished with the silver medal. This year they could be finishing out of the medals. Pymble have rode over the top of Geelong Grammar School, but no one is going to touch MLCQ. They are going to take out the 2019 Sydney Cup for the Schoolgirl Cox State. A fine performance. Pymble Ladies College grabbed the silver medal. Geelong Grammar claimed bronze. St Catherine's finished fourth. The Geelong College will be next in fifth. Loretto Tarak in sixth. Melbourne Girls Grammar in seventh. And Walford Anglican from Adelaide in South Australia will be eighth.
It was a strong performance from MLCQ once they assumed the lead of that race. No one could get close to them. Pymble Ladies came home very quickly and did claim second spot. So it's MLCQ from Pymble Ladies, then Geelong Grammar in third, St Catherine's fourth, the Geelong College fifth, Loretto Tarak sixth, Melbourne Girls Grammar School seventh, and Walford Anglican in eighth position, 6:53.38. So certainly a lot faster than we saw in the semi-finals yesterday, and 3.14 seconds between MLCQ and Pymble Ladies.